Hello guys, welcome to the Harvard Lab today. My name is Babatunde Arowolo, and today we're going to be talking about converting a fraction to a percentage in a real world situation. Okay, so the topic is really self-explanatory. We're going to be converting a fraction. We're going to be given a fraction in the question, and based on that fraction, we're going to have to convert the fraction to a percentage, and we're going to apply that in a real life scenario. Okay, so let's take a look at the question. Let's read the question. Okay, so it's important to know the question that you're working with, right? So let's read the question. It says rewrite the fraction in the sentence below as a percentage. So the fraction is basically the numbers with the numerator and the denominator, the numbers that has a top and a bottom side attached to it. So in this case, the only number here that has a fraction is this, because it has 9 and 10 below. Okay. So this question says at a certain wedding, 9, 10 of the guests were under 65 years old. So we're gonna have to put 9/10 in a percentage form. And in order to do that, okay, so we need to understand what percentage mean. Percentage basically means out of 100. Percentage basically means per 100, right? So it's basically saying whenever you see something like let's say let's just put 53 over 100. Whenever you see anything divided by 100, it's automatically a percent. It's a percentage form. Okay, so this is the same thing as 53%. As long as the denominator here, the bottom is 100, so that means this is a percentage form, right? So in this question, we're asked to convert this fraction, right? If you notice in the bottom of this fraction is in is in is the denominator is a 10. It's not 100, right? And we need to make the denominator 100 before we can express this as a percentage. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to let me just write it down. This is 9/10. This is the fraction. So in order to convert this to a percentage, we're gonna ask ourselves, right? Because we need the denominator to be 100 based on this, right? We need the denominator to be 100. And for denominator to be 100, you can ask yourself, what number do I multiply at the bottom to make the bottom 100? Okay, so this is 10 times, and this is 9 times. Because whatever I will multiply at the bottom, I have to multiply at the top also, right? We can't just multiply at the bottom and leave the top. So we're going to ask yourself, what number can I multiply at the bottom that will make this bottom 100, right? So we need a number that when we multiply by 10, it will give us 100. So what number do you know that when you multiply by 10 will give you 100, right? We can do that by dividing 100 by 10, okay? So when we divide 100 by 10, because 100 divided by 10 equals 10, right? So the number that will give us 100, the denominator in this case should be 10, right? And remember, we have to multiply the top also by 10, because we already found out that 100 divided by 10 equals 10. Okay, so 9 times 10 equals a 90, right? So this is a 90. Then 10 times 10 equals 100. So now it's in a percentage form, right? So now we can express this as a percentage. So now we can say this equals 90%. Okay, so this percentage sign basically means over 100, right? It's basically saying percent. Okay, so let's put that in as 90%. Check. Okay, so let's look at more practice. Let's work on. Okay, so we're gonna use the same approach we used in the previous example in this question. Feel free to pause the video if you want, right? So we're gonna ask ourselves, what is the fraction in this question, right? That's the first step. What is the fraction in this question? The fraction in this question is 17/20, right? So this is 17 over 20. Okay, so we're gonna come over here and just put 17 times 20 times what equals 100. Okay, so we're gonna ask ourselves, what can I multiply by 20 to get 100? Because remember, we need the bottom part of the fraction, which is 20, to be equals to 100. So basically, we're gonna ask ourselves, what can I multiply by 20 to get 100? Right? And when we find that number, we're gonna have to multiply the bottom and the top by by the by the number. Okay, so an easy way to do that is just by dividing 100 by whatever is at the bottom, right? So this is 100 divided by 20. Okay, so we have a 0 here and a 0 here behind. What's left is 10 divided by 2. So 10 divided by 2 equals a 5, right? This equals 5. So basically, that means the number we're going to have to multiply the bottom to get 100 is 5, right? So this is 5, and then this is 5 also. So multiply the bottom and the top by 5, okay? So 17 times 5 equals 85, right? So this is 85 over 100. So we know that it's already in percentage form because the bottom part is now 100, right? So since the bottom is now 100, we can say this equals 85%, which is the sign, right? So let's put that in real quick. 85%. Check. Okay, so let's look at another example again. Okay, so this question is still the same thing that we've walked through, like throughout the other questions, right? So we're gonna have to ask yourself, what is the fraction? What fraction are we working with? And is that fraction already over 100? Okay, so let's look at this. This is 23 divided by 50, right? So this is 23 times over 50 times equals 100, right? So the bottom is not equals to 100, right? So it's not a percentage, right? If the bottom was 100, so it's automatically a percentage. But in this case, the bottom is not 100, it's a 50, right? So the other question, the previous question we'll be working on, the bottom has never been 100, right? But if you see 100 at the bottom, automatically whatever's at the top, you can just put it in, right? So we're gonna ask yourself, what number can we multiply by 50 to get 100, right? So same thing that we did in the other two examples. 100 divided by 50, right? And so when we divide 100 by 50, that's this 2 cancels out. Then 10 divided by 5 equals 2, right? So this is times 2. So whatever we multiply the bottom, we have to multiply the top also. So this will be 23 times 2 divided by 50 times 2. So 23 times 2 equals 46, right? Because when we multiply that, that will give us 46. So this is a 46 over 100, right? So since it's already over 100, that means it's already a percentage, right? So since it's a percentage, we can easily say 46%. Okay, so we did this, then check that out. Okay, so let's work on one more example before we call it off. Okay, so same old, right? Ask yourself, is the bottom already 100? It's not, right? It's a 25. Okay, so this is 22 over 25, right? And so now we're gonna have to ask yourself, what number can we multiply by the bottom to give us 100? And so this is 22 times 25 times equals 100. So we're gonna ask yourself, what number can I multiply the bottom to get 100, right? So an easy way to do that is by dividing 100 by the number at the bottom. This is 100 divided by 25. Okay, so 100 divided by 25, what is common between both of them? 5, right? So if you divide 5 by this equals 20 over 5, right? So there's also another number common between 20 and 5, which is 5, right? So when we divide 20 by 5 here, this is 1. And then 20, also when we divide 20 by 5, it gives us 4. This is 4. So this is the number we have to multiply 25 by is 4. Okay, so this is 25 times 4, and then 22 times 4. Okay, so 22 times 4 equals 88, right? So this is equals 88 over 100. Since it's already over 100, automatically it's a percent. So this is equals 88%. Okay, so let me put that in percent check. All right. So thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope that it helped you out. And yeah, have a nice day.